My guest this week is Professor Chris Imafidon, the patriarch of Britain's brainiest family and well-renowned scholar who has taught at Oxford, Harvard and Cambridge universities at various times. He also consults for the United Kingdom, the US and other governments. He shares his thoughts on Kenya's election and how democracy should be practiced. Professor Imafidon, thank you for speaking with us.
It's a pleasure.
You've been monitoring the electoral process in Kenya so far. What do you make of it?
It's a great case study for anyone that is interested in studying politics, human relations, and then the dynamics of so-called emerging nations. It looks as if they are far ahead of the established democracies. That's what the fight is all about. If you're in a boxing ring, you want to knock down your opponent as much as possible. And if it staggers and gets up, you have to be ready for that. And the key thing in democracy is this contestation between two opposing ideologies for the good of the people. If that is achieved, then that's great. It's only when I see selfish aims being achieved that I really get irritated.
You speak of selfish ambition in Africa. You see that all across the continent, don't you?
In a lot of occasions, it seems as if it's selfish, but when you look down, you find out that the policies and the implementation of policies in certain countries have come out to be fantastic. Compared to our so-called, I always keep saying, if you have an advanced economy like Greece, and we see what happened in Greece, having 5 different elections in a cycle of 24 months, then we should give ourselves a round of applause. If Greece, that is the mother of the word democracy, is unable to resolve their own political differences, then Africa has done very well.
Can we compare our democracy with other countries? I mean, you know, it's easy to say, okay, they've had many years of practice and we have had few. But considering the world that we live in right now, is it fair to compare democracies in Africa with the rest of the world?
60 years, nothing compared to 200 years of the American democracy. Or what we now have is constitutional monarchy over 900 years of the British monarchy and democracy and the mother of all parliaments. So politics is about disagreement. The only thing I want is disagreement on fundamental beliefs. You might say you want every single person in your country to achieve a particular threshold. I might say I want everybody but this particular group of people. So if we say we have a difference in philosophy, in our perception, that's to be welcomed and celebrated. And that's why democracy is about pushing your ideas against your opponent's ideas. It's a war of ideas.
And do you think that democracy is the best political process for Africa?
Modified.
Because, sorry, I asked that question because some people have said that we need to find, you know, the political, a political situation that suits us best.
We have it like shoes. You can get a size 7 shoe. You can get 7.5 shoes, but they are all shoes. So you have to indigenize whatever democratic principles you are going to implement in one area compared to the other. The democracy that is going to be perfect or near perfect for China, a massive continent, literally by population, is not going to be the same for instance, you're looking at Cuba. And some people say, no. The islands have a limited in terms of population, limited in terms of resources. You cannot compare to the vast, I mean, America, I say, is a continent. You have 3 time zones. You have those in the East Coast behave totally differently from those in the West Coast. And in the Midwest, of course, it's totally different country. So if we know that we can accommodate that level of differences, then, like I said, I'm an optimist.
Would you link democracy to development? Because you see the countries where there is democracy, you see a lot of development there. Why don't we see that in Africa?
Yes. If democracy is not about developing the people, what is it about? It's not about rulership. It's providing the people. And they still remain at the core. If you read the American Constitution, it says, we, the people. You can't, it was the people that told the king how far they should go in England. So it has to be a people-focused thing. It has to say, what are the yearnings, collective yearnings of the community? Where do we want to go? Where are we coming from? If we answer those questions, then we know who will be the best person to steer us in that direction. If we don't answer that question, then we can just pick up anybody at random and we take 5 steps forward and 4 steps backward.
So does democracy have to be characterized by violence?
It's because of the miseducation of the populace. You know that is a limited period. 4, 5 years, you have another opportunity to kick out, literally, whoever did not deliver. So are you going to say 4-year period is too long for you to just wait and know that whoever you voted in now that doesn't behave well, the community will see the hospitals, they will see the schools, they will see the roads, and the community won't be able to say, now we have bad roads, or we used to have good hospitals. The differences in the services provided should inform the community whether the current leader needs to be given a renewal or a pure rejection.
What do you think the rest of Africa can learn from what's going on in Kenya?
1, the electoral process must be adhered to, because you never know who is watching. Now that we have what is called social media, in the olden days you used to gossip in your sitting room and it ends there. Now someone sends a sign, just 2 sentences with 1 photograph alone. Before the end of the hour, the whole world knows. I'm not exaggerating. It goes trending. You put in a hashtag on it, and it flies everywhere. Grandparents that are 80 years old have a Facebook page because they want to see their grandchildren and therefore get to know what is also happening politically. So you must wake up and smell the coffee and know that the world of yesteryear is completely gone. We're now having a true democracy in terms of the distribution of information. And that is what empowers the people. That's what drives people to the street. Look at the Arab Spring. That could never have happened if we relied on redivision and once a day newspaper. No, this is every minute newspaper. When there's a news, they send that across. And we should be careful how we deal with the people this time.
Professor Imafidon, thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thank you very much for having me.